Hi everyone, Kevin here. So today we are going to discuss probability theory and lattice models part 3. Okay, so for question number 5, it is a bit different. We need to price the call options that is struck at $100. So call options that is struck at $100, given that asset A and asset B both are worth $100 today. So this one means that the S0, today's price, is $100. Then asset A will be worth 110 tomorrow with probability of 0.9 and 90 otherwise. So for asset A, right? Asset A. Today's price is $100. The probability that it will be 110 or 90 otherwise. Okay, so there's a probability for it to go up and probability for it to go down. So there is meaning towards the P star and Q star, which I will explain again later. So let's continue the narrative where asset B is also the same, worth $100 today, then P, Q, and it will worth either 110 or 90 for tomorrow. Then asset C is worth 1 both today and tomorrow. But because the question doesn't ask about question C, right? So we can just ignore the last prompt here. Okay. Now, because the question is asking for, we need to catch this thing. The first thing to catch is that this is call options. So option valuations normally will use risk neutral probability. So we will ignore all this probability here, because what we are using is actually risk neutral probability, whereby there's no arbitrage. So how are we going to do this? Over here it is written that prices are at the money. At the money means today's price will probably equals to tomorrow's price. So this is also another hint. So it means that today's price will equals to tomorrow's price discounted by the interest rate. Okay, and then prices at the money will also mean that today's call price will also be equals to tomorrow's call price discounted by the prevailing interest rate. But because over here the interest rate is not given, then we can assume interest rate equals to 0, which simplifies the question even more. So now S0 is just expectation of tomorrow's price, then C0, which is today's call option price, also equals to tomorrow's call option price. Okay, so for the first equation, we need to find the P star and Q star, which is the probability where it will go up, and Q star, which is the probability whereby it will go down. So S0, which is 100, equals to 110 times P star plus 90 times Q star. We know that the probability of P and Q will sum to 1, right? So in other words, Q star equals to 1 minus P star, right? So we just solve this equation. So we get P star equals to half, right? Then it means Q star, which is 1 minus P star, also equals to half. So first we get the risk neutral probability for the assets. Now, what does the question ask us? How does the prices of at the money call options on A and B compare? So it is basically asking the price of the call option, which is C0 over here. So this C0 is what we are interested in. So let's just get into it. So the question is C0 is equals to, over here, it is just P times. So for call option is equals to, call option is always equals to spot minus strike. So K refers to the strike price, and call equals to spot price minus strike price. So the spot price would be 110 minus the strike price is given here, 100. then plus Q, spot price 90 minus 100. So we need to put plus here, so which means that the minimum of call options price will be 0. It will never yield negative results. Why is that so? Because there's no point when you exercise your call options when the spot price is actually lower than the strike price, right? Because call options, for option valuation, it is not compulsory for you to exercise it unless it benefits you. So in this case, when the spot price exceeds the strike price, it will benefit you because other people will pay 110, but you will only pay $100. But when the value of the call options actually drops to 90, you can just follow the others and buy it using $90 instead of $100, which is the strike price of the call options, right? So that is just a simplistic explanation of why call options value will never be minus or be negative. So let's continue. This is half times 10 plus half times 0, right? Because it will never be negative. Then our call options will be $5. So it is asking the call options on A and B. So both A and B will have the same value. Why? Because they are both struck at the same price, which is $100. So for question B, it is a bit different because it is asking different strike price for different call options value for when the strike price is 90, 100, and 110. So when the strike price is 100, we know that the call options valuation is $5, whereas when the strike price is 90, okay, let's try it. So when the strike price is 90, basically we just change it to, so when K is equals to 90, then we just follow back this equation, okay? P star times 110 minus, so it is spot minus K, right? K is 90, and plus Q star, take 90 minus 90. Don't forget the plus. This indicates that it will never be negative. Then just take half times 20 plus half times 0. So the answer is 10. Then if the K is equals to 110, right? Same thing. We just substitute the K with 110 plus, right? 90 minus 110. So it is half times 0 plus half times 0, which makes it C0 is equals to 0. So now we got our answer for 3 different strike price. Just write K equals to 100 for clarity. Okay, so this is basically how you value an option that is at the money and struck at different prices.